Okay, well, for some reason, my microphone was not properly connected. So that's a bit silly. Huh. I was just talking in complete utter silence there without realizing it. Whoops. Thought something seemed odd. Okay, and I'm not picking up game audio. Okay, yeah, that was way too loud. Turn that down and then set this back. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to change the output directly from OBS, I think. Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, so it's taking me a moment to try and figure things out. Alright. That sounds a bit better. We're going to turn it down a little bit more on OBS side of things. Alright, I think we're good now. Alright, audio issues hopefully resolved. Let's try that again. Alright. Where were we? Alright, let's see. What kind of empire do we want to run this time? What kind of empire have I not run in a while, I guess they should ask. Let's see. Start here. Currently in a genocide game with friends, so let's try something else. Let's see. I haven't done corporation in a while, and they got a few different varieties now with the mod pack. That's an option. Let's see. What do these look like? Oh, these have changed a bit since the leadership upgrade, so let's see. Receiving to grant both research and a portion of other resource. Cost of the destroyed fleet. Ships can be salvaged from its under. Ooh, actually, that might be interesting to do. Being able to just scavenge their ships and repurpose them directly without having to choose between the two. Let's see. Privatize exploration. Oh. 2 exploration vessels and an engineering vessel. Start with the Starhold technology and Starhold already built in your home system. The hyperdrive was almost finished. Patiently they waited, yet while the Answede in charge of the project was quietly diverting funds into their own private accounts. When the fraud was finally revealed, the corporation hastened to provide experimental exploratory vessels. Start a technology infrastructural disadvantage and with 10 fewer pops. Ah, okay. That's what that is. Let's see. The corporation operates on a... This does seem interesting as for going for a bit more aggressive playstyle, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Even after employee time is up, they will be purposed. Ah, yes, the posthumous employment centers. Probably not. As for these, are all run fairly similar, so I'm not too worried about those. Psionic is actually pretty decent again with the current mod setup. But I've done that a few times already. I wonder though, what if we opt out of that, go to like Fanatic Spiritualist. Do we have Tech Priest in here somewhere? Machine Cult, here we go. We need Anthrocentrist. Sure. Now, what would that look like for us? Get this robotic workers, Mecha Monastery, Cruise Robotic Pops, and Aesthetic Ascension Path. Ah, so we can become machines. Cult of Mars and all that. Alright. It would allow us to get a lot of pops built, and we would also be able to have the whole spiritualist faction increase unity, which allows us to get fast track a lot of traditions. That's an option. No, I've never done these other cults here. Biological Ascension. Oh, increases habitability. Okay, so then that would basically give us a lot of being able to colonize a lot of places. Gravity cults. Ooh, sublight speed. That's neat. Get a bit more of the physics researching and everything. I've never actually... Wait a second. The Mind Over Matter Ascension perk. Ah, right. allowing for the changing of a star into a black hole. I've never done that before, if I'm being honest. I've done the chosen gravity cult before, but I never actually went and turned a system into a black hole. Maybe I should. That's an interesting way to go about it, I think. Alright. I think gravity cults will be one of our options to consider. Let's see. What else do we got? That's an option. Cabinet system. Honor, Pluralist. What do those like? That's competitive. Elite. Here we go. Plural. Ah, right. Egalitarian, what it used to be. Let's see. What does this do? Capitol buildings replace some politicians with advisors. Employed leaders gain XP passively. Oh, that's pretty cool. Increase pool size cap, but reduced experience gain. That's the thing. Ah, but each skill level leadership and experience gain is up by 2%. So it does. Okay. I can see that working. Cyber democracies. I mean, Tech Rush is Tech Rush. Always good, strong standby. Kind of boring, though, once you've done it a few hundred times. Let's see. Feudal society. Globalism. Harmonious collective. Spiritualist cooperative. Oh, yeah, that would really be a nice boost to our unity for sure. And reduce crime. Useful against those darned crime syndicates. Highborn sovereignty. Get nobles, noble estates, noble chateau. Leaders get highborn trait, increases XP gain and gives other bonuses. Ruler property source output. Humble cortege. With assistance of a number of the most qualified educated civilians who help make decisions that maximize opportunity for abilities. Another advisor's one. Ah, that one actually increases the gain, but decreases happiness by 5%. That one requires pluralist and then dictatorial or imperial authority. Okay. That might be an interesting one to do and just get strong leaders over time. The imperial cult. This is a governmental specific, I believe. Yeah. We got high priest, priest-additional unity, immortal rulers, edicts funds. Nah. Let's see. What else do we got? Patrician courts. Most influential and established members of high society. Peerage assembly. More nobles. Highborn trait. Demotion time. Ah, okay. People's Committee. Advisors. Ugh. Philosophers Assembly. Thinkers. Greatest star bases give. Oh, interesting. Star bases give unity. That would be interesting. Military. Ah, this is if you're going for a more pacifist one. Yeah, there it is. Fanatic pacifist ethic. And oligarchy. Sage King. Pacifist Imperial. Theocratic Republic. Let's see. Starting experience plus 25. Nah, don't really feel like doing a war run. Theocratic Republic. Utopian democracy. Actually, does this one do anything interesting? No, not particularly. Oh, wait a second. Capital will introduce some politician jobs and priests. Next, additional high priest jobs. Priests produce additional unity, society research, and amenities. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. And then tradition costs for empire size is reduced. No, that's nice. Oh, ethic shift chance minus 9%. Okay, this one might be good if we want to go for a theocratic thing. Maybe. There's that thinkers thing again. Let's see. Happiness, faction unity gain, and no. War Council. Nah. Lord, okay. I am semi-leaning towards spiritualist, oddly enough. The governmental types do seem to be interesting. And the other option would be the People's Committee. I think. No, was it the People's Committee or was it Court? No, where was it again? Ah, Humble Courtage, I think was it. Yep. Because then that gives us passive leader XP and an XP gain with resources from jobs straight up 5%. Just flat out with a 5% reduction in happiness. That's easy enough to get around with the right setup. Yeah, pluralist would be pretty good. Leaders would be expensive, but work. Is there any other we missed? Cabinets. Oh yeah, that was the other one I was looking at and decided not to. So I guess the question is, do we go for a non-spiritualist? I guess fanatic pluralist or fanatic spiritualist focused? This will give us good use out of our leaders if we want to focus on leadership. Get more out of them. Or we can focus more on the economic side of things and go for, what was it again? Theocratic Republic. Where it makes sure that we keep things spiritualist, we don't have to worry about that. Tradition costs get reduced, we get extra amenities and society research from our high priests, which is useful. Now, granted, those things are going to be more of a mid to late game, actually, now that I think about it. So that might not actually do a whole lot for us. Okay, let's see if I can have an easier time finding these. So let's turn on full spiritualist. Just click through these here. Oh, you know what? Was there any other thing that they needed to actually show up? Theocratic Republic. Your fanatic spiritualist, indirectly democratic. There we go. So now that should show up over here. Yep, there it is. Okay. Not sure that's actually going to be much use for us. No, we get some high priest. No, we get a bit. Nah. Here we get Divine Council, which makes sure we always have extra high priest jobs. Imperial cults. Don't think we have anything on the missionists. Okay. Let's go pluralist and see what we get from there. People's Committee. That's the one we were looking at. What are the other options? Cabinet system. Right. And then the humble cortage. That was the one we were looking at. So go here. Let's see. Yeah, we still get that with the Imperial setup. Can't see what the change is here. Okay, let's see. Crusader spirits. Not pacifist and not a purifier. Can only use liberation war policy. Oh, okay. Weapon damage and ship build cost. Huh? That's not too bad. Feudal society. Ah, feudal society was that one. Okay, we can ignore that then. Humble cortage. It would. That. I think we're going to go with humble cortage here. We're not going to be imperial. Let's see. Crusader Spirit might be a neat option, but we'll come back to that. So, humble cortage. Or cortege, or however that's pronounced. Alright. So at least we have an idea. We're going to be more leader focused, and we have just a general buff to things. Alright. I guess part 2 is, do we go science or unity? Alright, now that I have this figured out, kind of where I want to go with things. Does it have to be fanatic pluralist? Okay, it does. Alright. What kind of build do we want to play here? We want to acquire firm territory with plenty of choke points and then just camp there and go up from there. Or if you want to do something else. Let's see. Because if we go lithoid, we are able to get a whole bunch of adaptability. Which allows us to actually colonize a bunch of planets pretty early on, especially if we combine that with something else, but pop growth is slow. So I guess we would have to basically just colonize as many planets we can so we can have multiple planets brewing multiple pops. And then, but then we have to try and micro them onto other planets. So I think we'll skip that for that reason. But not having to worry about food is not. It's a neat little add-on for that. One less thing we have to worry about. No, let's go for Space Elf. Why not? Let's see. What should we... I'll come back to what to call them later. As for what our names are going to be, I feel like the Toxoid names are some of the best. Half-hearted bandwagon, unstudious idea, mostly harmless and unbowed. Mistaken doxy. Effervescent and unstoppable. Contentless Grouch. Wonderful names. Toxoid's probably their best species pack. Yeah, let's see what else we got. Frond, weed, petals of orange. Necroids. Oh, that's machine. Never mind. We'll skip that one. Humans and humanoid. Hmm. Let's see. Let's go for the aqua one. Sounds pretty cool. We'll go with that one. All right, let's trade up these people. What do they like? They put stock in their leaders and they do some advisory stuff on the lower end of things. Any of these that would be... What's the word? That might be on theme, I think. Let's see. Because there's... My usual way of playing is just building up a generally strong race. So I want to try doing something a bit more RP-like for this run. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have anything that's like leadership based, if I'm looking at this correctly. Ooh, that's right. We want to be aquatic. That's a pretty good start. Ocean growth, habitats. It does reduce our things. It does allow us to build tall because we choose that one origin from the Ocean pack. We do get basically what amounts to a Gaia world at home, which is still pretty darn good. Let's see. You know what? Let's look at origins. Try building back from this here, now that we have a more closer idea. Alright, so these here are the ones added from the mods, and these here are Gigastructural. I think we're going to skip on the Gigastructural ones. King Birchwold is pretty fun, just because there's a weird thing to it. Let's see, under one rule. Violence and hardships villains united by a single leader. Powerful legendary leader. Strengthening ruler's position to gain new traits. Well, that would be a more leadership focus, which is kind of how we're going this, because we're going to go for a dictatorial setup. Maybe Imperial. We'll see. Fear the Dark. Yeah, tried that one. Wasn't too impressed with it. We don't really want to go for a xenophobic run, I don't feel like. Because that one would lend itself well to that sort of play, but I'm not in the mood for that one. I guess that's another question is like, what's our win condition for this game? Well, probably just defeating the end game. But do we want to go about it by preparing the galaxy by conquering everyone, or do we want to do that by uniting everyone? Or forcing everyone to unite? Yeah, not the hegemony things. Ocean Paradise. Nice pop crust breed. No, but guaranteed habitable planets are instead frozen worlds. Right. So get a good starting world, but then we have to work our way around it. I've never actually completed a run with the Here Be Dragons. Phage we've done before. It's always a good run to do. Let's see. Scion, if we want to try doing a Sugar Daddy run, which it's been a long time since I've tried something like that. Could work, or we could do this. Alright, so right now I'm looking at Scion, Here Be Dragons, and then third place is sort of a tie between Necrophage and Ocean Paradise. Subterranean would be a neat one. Let me just double check what the Cave Dweller trait gives us again. 50% habitability minimum. Okay, so our world is always going to be at least 50% for us, which does make things a lot better. Growth speed is kind of a thing we would have to work around. Which, honestly, I kind of do like a slower growth speed, just from a empire management perspective. Alright, well, let's try seeing what else. Because the Necrophage also have a pop growth thing, but I don't think this it does play in nicely with the whole dictatorship and imperial vibe, where you have a underspecies that then ascends to you. Interesting from a story perspective, like living inside that whole thing. But from an empire perspective, I mean, it makes them interesting, but I don't feel like it introduces any unique RP element to it. I don't, at least, not that I haven't seen before. And maybe I'm just not thinking about it too much. Subterranean would be nice. Ocean Paradise. Man, these are kind of ones I like a lot. Okay, so Scion, we wouldn't be able to make any alliances. We'd just sort of be our own faction, and then we'd have the protection of our sugar daddy to, keep us safe. And then occasionally they give us some free ships to go about conquering and everything. Every Dragons is also a bit of protection, because early on no one's going to have the ability to fight space dragons. And then we get a lot more space dragons we can run. The Ocean Paradise, it really is a pretty good one. It's like having, Life Seeded, but without the Gaia World preference hindrance. You're just on an Ocean Paradise. It's really good food deposit. You get bonuses to a bunch of stuff, but it just hampers what you can colonize over to. So you have to focus on terraforming later down the line. Subterranean, Considering now you can bombard people into submission, this actually does have some pretty strong use just in the off chance you're getting your fleets handed to you. Potentially allow you to hold out long enough to get another defense going. Just having natural orbital bombardment is, yeah. Does make it slower to build up our planets. Is the other thing. Which is why the subterranean lithoids are kind of appealing to me there. I don't know. I feel like that might make us a little too slow in the pod growth, if that was the case. While I like the idea of being able to colonize more planets and just having more options. Oh, that'll be interesting. Going for subterranean aquatic. Actually, wait a second. What does it take to get aquatic again? Or is it ocean world? Ah, so I wonder if that would make us underwater at that one. Oh, there we go. Oh, incompatible with cave dweller. Ah, never mind. Because the extra minerals definitely helps out lithoids on that. I think we're going to go ahead and shelve subterranean for this one. Maybe in another future one. Alright, so Ocean Paradise, Here Be Dragons, or Scion? I mean, with the ocean things, we do have the ability to just go aquatic. We did choose aquatic names. Could be the Sea Elf Empire. I think for what we have right now, leaning towards more of Space Elves, or Eldar if you prefer, for your 40k nuts. Scion and Here Be Dragons might be a bit more on theme. Alright, so we narrowed it down to these two. So we got Scion, we got Here Be Dragons. Here Be Dragons is pretty cool, in fact that you get to have space dragons with you. Just sort of getting that aspect, being able to just create a fleet of dragons to knock people around. Which actually makes you lean more towards unity than it does anything else. So that's something to consider. Turn to leave, we go for Scion, and then, you know what? Scion kind of makes sense. And it's been a while since I've actually tried this one. So we're going to be a Scion Empire to start off with. We'll see how this run goes. We are not going to be Cave Dweller. We're going to just get rid of that. Okay. So we're a Scion of a old empire. Like one of the... Like they used to basically call the shots in this empire. And now they've fallen off, but they've been sort of tending to us, making us what I would have to assume is some sort of successor or key to reinvigorating their glory or something like that. So what would that type of empire make these people to be? They want them to have... I feel like they'd want them to be intelligent. For sure. But maybe not too intelligent. Perhaps just focusing in one branch instead of all three. Maybe. They'd probably also want them to be physically capable. very strong would be nice, but that's 3 points. I'm not sure if we want to go that hard. We might choose a different one, like enduring or adaptable instead. That would be those would be pretty good ways of demonstrating physical resilience. Sociable, satisfied, competitive. Satisfied would certainly help with housing issues, but I think we can just tag that on later. Zealous defenders, no. Passioned, elusive, mob mentality. Nah. United. I think United does make sense in this case, because these people have been, I wish there was a better word for it, but basically cultivated, that's the word I'm looking for. They've been cultivated to be under their sway along a certain path, so it would make sense that they are united as a result. Maybe they're, I could say an argument that this empire maybe isn't united, but they've just been chafing. But I feel like saying that the united makes more sense than not, because they wouldn't have been allowed to get to space travel if they weren't some level of united together. If they were factious and not really united, then they wouldn't be a very good vassal or scion. Alright. Let's choose a new trait for the physical side of things. Resilient. Defense armies enduring. Where's adaptable? Here we are. Adaptive. Extremely adaptive for 20%. I think the 10% is easy enough to say. I think it's the one we're going to go with, so that we have more options we can choose from around the planets in our area. Let's do one more positive trait, and then we'll get some negative traits in here. Now, they want us to... That's actually a good something to consider. Do we want to go for a research thing, or do we want to go for one of the main resources? I think we're going to be okay with our civics and everything, and our ethics, to where I don't think we'll need these. Whereas trying to get these is a little bit more difficult. Go for full intelligence, or to go for natural engineers, because engineering's just useful for the whole space exploration. Physicists also kind of would make more sense. Any one of these could be. It just sort of depends why they're... This basically determines why they're cultivating us. Are they making us masterful engineers to build weapons? Are they having us unlock the universe? Or they want us to get to understand other intelligent life forms better? Or is it just sort of a general intelligence thing where they just want us to do good at all the mind stuff? Is there something to be said about being an engineering species, or... If I were this group, I'd want them to be united. I want them to be able to go to as many of their planets as they can. I think I would also value general intelligence. Just because it would make sense. Now then, let's try some negative traits here to kind of balance everything out. Alright. Unruly. Pretty easy one to choose when building things, because it very rarely actually matters in the grand scheme of things for Empire-sized props. As far as the RP aspect, you know what? Maybe we start as an unruly people, because we're just champing at the bit to actually go and fulfill our destiny. That's an option. All the genetic tinkering has led us to breed slowly. Honestly, a 10% thing ain't too bad, and will make it a little bit easier to, for me at least, to handle empire management and pops. Okay, those two do make sense. What are our other options? Because we need 2 plus 2s, or a -3 and a something else. Pugnant? Nah, doesn't make sense. Ephemeral? Nope. Definitely not lazy. Prodigal? Sure. That might be an option. Lethargic. Ooh, nope. Unfit. Those things. Ooh. Nah. Violent. Free spirits. Governing ethics attractions. Another one that's pretty easy to do if you're not too worried about your ethics stuff. I don't think it makes much RP sense in our setup here. Go for Iconoclastic. Oh, there we go. Even more ethics attraction reduction for -3. Okay. Very slow breeders. And I don't think it. Probably not very slow. Build. Well, considering we can just bombard people from space, we don't have to engage in armies if we don't really want to. This might be an option for us. Like whiny, bratty Papa's boys or whatever. Unruly and oh gosh, the ultimate spoiled child. Yeah, I mean, depending on what we end up with going forward, we might be able to edit that out of the species traits. That's a signal of growth and everything. That could work. Because we don't have to keep these things. So I feel like unruly for sure. For the angsty teenagers. And weak-willed where it's like, as soon as hardship comes, it's like, yeah, no, we're done. Yeah, I think as things go, we can. These are good for RP, and it's not like we're going to stick with those because as we get around and get gene mod points, we'll be able to just knock those off our list. All right, homeworld time. Do we want to go ocean, or do we want to stick continental, savanna, or dry, wet, or cold? Oh, let's go for trinary 1 because I like trinary systems. Those are cool. Let's see. How about you know what? Let's do an alpine world. Haven't done a frozen world run in for I don't think ever. So we'll just try that out, see how it goes. Let's see. Homeworld name. Star, let's call it Desai. Homeworld we'll call not Torel. That sounds too much like Toril. We're not doing a D&D thing. Or we could do that and just you know what? Sure. Why not? Let's do it. Torel I don't know if that's a D&D star name, but we're going to go with it anyway. City appearance. Let's go for... Let's see. Humanoid. Avian City feels the most elf-like. We'll go with that. Yeah, we already did that. Now back to our ethics. So we're going full pluralist with a humble cortege. Do we want to go? How have they shaped our ethics? They want us to. We are pluralists, but it's a dictatorship, but we care about each other. Kinda makes sense or something. So that was there. Could go authoritarian, just go further down that list. Get a little extra influence to get some more claims in and get more places. That's an option. That would going I don't think we'll go fanatic authoritarian. We're going to go a little bit authoritarian. Let's see, reduce amenities usage. Edicts on not all that worth it. Resources from jobs from the capital system effect. Yeah, that makes our empire capital a bit more useful. And then it does require us to get some ships out there if we want to get power production, but we need ships anyway, so that's that. Has to be dictatorial or imperial. The amenities usage doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I feel like imperial is going to actually give us a bit more. So go imperial society. Now, what do we want to do around here? Phonetic mutable hierarchy. Ooh, 10 stability and influence. That's useful. What else do we got? Let's see. Socialistic ideals. That's the other one we got. Oh, wasn't there one that... Oh, right, they changed that one. So yeah, that's why. Remember, there was one that you could get here that basically just gave you your specialist pops, just that flat 5 or 10% bonus, which was really nice. Resources and jobs, though, that'll do the job. Be a socialist. A socialist imperial society. That's hilarious. Let's see. District upkeeps. I feel like immutable hierarchy would probably be... Where'd it go? Here we are. 10 stability is really good. Increase our ethics attraction. Basically, that's the rest of the influence. We need to be able to get an additional +1 and change. I feel like that one's going to be a nice one to have. Let's see what else we have around that we want to start off with. Let's see, industrial democracy really increases our work pop outputs. We were to do this. Despotic hegemony. Materialist doesn't give us any unique civics to choose from. We'd basically just be choosing this to get the research thing. Alternatively, what if we did this? We got access to Ascensionists. They're, okay, if we're going for building tall, that's an option, but I don't feel like we're here for building tall. We do have the things like the gravity and life cults and all that jazz. So that's another option. But we already chose a governmental ethic, so I don't think we are going to be All right. How about anthropocentrist? Didn't change anything, but it did remove an option. That's all it did. Let's see. Xenophile. Do they want us to be a species that plays well with others? Public and ideals. No, that makes no gosh darn sense. Wait a second. Okay, where is it? Ah, Freehaven. What does this do? Get a lot of species. And nah. Though it is a useful thing to have, I don't think we're going to go for that one like that. Fanatic Elite. That's the opposite of that. We're not going to choose that. Cool. Competitive. Trade. No. Militarist, maybe? I really don't feel like being a bully in this run. Right, so that just removes an option. Pacifist. Yeah. I feel like cooperative is something I would prefer. Because it'll help their workers be happy. Just to help offset the happiness from this, as I mentioned. Is it worker pop? No, just general happiness across the board. Okay. This does give us access to utopian abundance and everything, but then lets us get to other things, so yeah. For starting out, did they train us to be scientists? Did they want us to be diplomats on their behalf? Sword. I really want to be a sword. I feel like fanatic materialist or fanatic cooperative. Dude, the fanatic materialist. Straight up science for science sake. There is no afterlife, it is just the pursuit of science. Common good. Gosh, I've been at this for a while. Stellaris games, they are... Half the game is trying to build your empire, then the other half is trying to get through the first couple of decades. Let's see. Let's see. If you have opinions on this, feel free to chime in chat if you're watching. Unless this is the VOD, by which case... sorry, you got to watch me build an empire for an hour. Parasites from pops, or do you want to go just lean more into... No. Okay, that goes into tech rush, and I want to avoid that. So that answers my question. Okay. An enlightened monarchy. There we go. Very nice. or a constitutional dictatorship. No, we're going for the monarchy. Let's see, Crusader Spirit. Really help out stuff as far as our military goes. Eager Explorers. Oh, that was that other one we saw. Nah, we're not going to do that one. Feudal Society. Let's see. No, we want to avoid that one. It was the Immutable Hierarchy. That was the one. Yeah, I think we do want to go for that one. Because, honestly, we don't use those trade policies anyway. Stability is nice. And the influence is something we're going to need. So do we choose industrial democracy to increase our workers' resource output? Or socialistic ideals? Increases our pop growth. You know what? Let's skip that one. Industrial democracy increases output as opposed to choosing something like Miners Guild or Agrarian Idol. Industrial democracy would just basically be an all-around buff in general. Crusader Spirit, though. This could really help us out. But then we can only participate in wars of liberation. Yeah, I think we're going to skip that one. We might pick it up later if we get more civic slots, but I think this is what we're going to go with. Yeah, we'll keep the authoritarian advisor voice. Let's figure out a species name. What are we going to call these species? Oh, you know what? Let's actually go to appearance. No, not that one. Ruler. No, ruler appearance. This is what we wanted. There we go. You know what? Do this one. Gosh, some of these hairstyles, man. I'm actually kind of partial to the reds. Yep, that'll do. Very elegant. Spacey. I like this one. This one makes sense. Let's go back to appearance real quick. Did we? Is that the only option we had? Yeah, we'll stick with that. What's our species name? What do we call these people? They are... They are the Eld. Plural is Eldi. Adjective, Eldian. They are... Honestly, doesn't matter. We'll just leave it be. Alright. The Eldian Star Realm. You know what? Not really a fan of the species empire names. They wouldn't choose a species to mark themselves. So let's change LD into something else. What would be, let's see, planet name is Tor-El. Aurelian Star Realm. There we go. Yeah, Torellian has a nice Star Trek vibe to it. I like it. All right. Let's get a flag. Colors. This honestly kind of works okay, but I want to change the backing. And the color's good look. Okay, that's better. Red is not one we want to use here, I don't think. Oh, purple. That's an option. Not nearly enough purple flags out there. Purple and black. No, not purple and green. Purple and yellow. No, let's see how it looks. Nah. No. Maybe. Nah. Purple and black. We'll stick with purple and white. Two shades of purple. That's an option. What's our imperial options? Here we go. This one. I hate how this is not perfectly centered. Ooh, there we go. Actually, let's go back to primary, see if we... Okay, I think that gives us a bit more color range. There we go. Sort of purple gold bar setup. What if we do it? Yeah, blue. Always nice. Red, green, black, white, off-white, forest green, pink. That's hilarious. You don't really have a whole lot of empires with pink colors now, do you? That is a striking shade of orange, actually. You know what? I like this. Actually, what? There we go. I'm sure this is gonna upset somebody. All right. Do you want to go for avian ships, or do you want to go for? Avian. Product ones do have the most interesting ones. Imperial, kind of bog standard, but also very intimidating. Necroids are very menacing. Humanoid. Eh. look at the battleships. You know what? Avian might work out for this. Has that sort of elegant look to it. I think we'll go avian for this one. Right, back to ruler appearance. Name? Gigastructural. All right. Let's change these titles. King is a bit... High Monarch. And we're just going to go ahead and say it's the same for both. Because why have them different? And then we have Crown Prince. Let's change that to something more like, say, not Crown Prince, not, they're next in line, but they're not, we're not going to use something as gauche as Crown. Heir alleged. How do you, wait a second, I need to double check spelling on this. There we go. Heir alleged. Email. Heir apparent. There we go. Why is it like that? No idea. I just thought it would be funny. Now then. Let's see. Actually, I don't know if that's how Roman works. Yeah, actually, that tracks nicely. All right. So Kiletapiles, the 113th, is the latest. A long line of carefully read well, ever since the united under the careful watch of its ow. Sorry, just very tiny ears. Is it? Aha. Benefactors. She has this start, but soon they bring the light. Okay, there we go. And it is the latest in a long line of carefully bred rulers of Torel, ever since the planet was united under the careful watch of its benefactors. She has been cultivated for this moment, the moment when she would lead her people to the stars to claim their rightful place by the side of the benefactors. All is dark. Soon there. Oh, There. Good thing to read this out loud, otherwise it just looks weird. They will bring the light. Yeah, good enough for first run. Right, now I need to do traits. What is she? Oh, you know what? Let's go back to our ethics to check something. Oh, it's any of them. Okay. Ah, okay. Is she an admiral? Is she a general? Oh, you know, general with spycraft off the bat. Yeah. Scientist. Increase minerals. Increase research speed. That's an option. Principled. Increase stability. None of these give me unity, do they? You know, we'll say that she enjoyed the work of science. Alright. Alright, let's see how this is. Cartwheel was the one. Pre-Ephial and pre-Sapience. We'll just keep that normal. We don't need a whole lot. Everything density is fine. Love having a gateways. No wormholes, because we don't like that. Increased our growth and everything. Gates, yes. No xenocompatibility. That just makes life hard and difficult. 9 AI empires. You know what? Let's go for more fallen empires. Us and 2 others. Crisis strength. 25. This is Gigastructural. We'll do a random one. Grand Admiral. Mid-game. High aggression? Yeah, we have our sugar daddy, so that works. Mid-game, end-game, victory. You know what? There we go. 100 years after mid-game, we have the end-game. And then... There we go. And then 100 years after that, victory. Well, make it an even... Gosh darn it. Only increments of 50. Okay, fine. Alright, let's do this and get things started. Alright. Early in our history, before we developed much in the way of technology, our alien benefactors made themselves known to us. They explained, in terms our bewildered ancestors could understand, that our species showed great promise. With much patience, they guided us onto a path that would help our civilization reach its full potential. On those few occasions when we strayed from the path, they corrected our course, firmly, as any parent would. But soon our scientists had mastered electricity, then atomic power, and then crude spaceflight under the tutelage of our overseers. we have now constructed our first hyperdrives. Alrighty, let's see. Go. Alright, back to this. Let's see. Build cap. Sure. Is that actually job based? Megastructure influence upkeep. No. Celestial worship, yes please. Sure. Output. Just do a 200% output change. We'll make a 50% cost. And I'll just really just turn down the upkeep because it's just, well, not how we like to run things. EHOF AI. We're going to disable this one, I think. Just because kind of adds extra stuff to there, but also kind of breaks things. It'll just be either better to not deal with it. Or the compound. The core. Eternum, standard. Well, empires. We'll make them high. We want our daddy to be strong. Galactic Federation. If I'm upon building the quasi-stellar obliterator. Well, if we have the Eternum, we're not going to be able to build that, so it doesn't matter. We'll just disable that. Unique systems, love them. Cats and Imperium, sure. Cats, we're not going to... This game will not survive that long, so we're just going to disable them. The Empire is going to have a bunch of cheating things, so we're just going to leave them here. Actually, they have a lot of cheating resources, so we're just going to leave them there. So I think that'll do. Confirm. Go with high modifiers and make the galaxy old. All right. Let's go ahead and get a data pass or two. Let's make sure everything loads in. Yep. There we go. LD, the first phase of the experiment has successfully concluded. We have guided you towards the development of your civilization's first hyperdrives, and you are now ready to take to the stars. Oh, look, they're bird people. They influence our architecture. That's neat. Rest assured in the knowledge that we will continue to monitor your progress now that the second phase has begun. Thus far, you have proven remarkably adroit. Not at all like the others. Wait, what? It'll be interesting to see what you will make of this opportunity. Oh, they're disinterested gamers. Neat. Titan conserves a complete expression of a... Wait, what? Pause. Wait, that's our... Okay, that's them. They have a Matryoshka brain. And a... Interesting. Okay, where am I? Oh, shoot, wait. Wait, what? What's this doing? Okay. Oh, right, that. Alright, this was not the galaxy type I wanted to do. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Let's try this again. I wanted a different one. Yep. Same. We wanted... It was boat, right? Let me look this up. would be nice if it could actually give you a little diagram so you can see what it looks like. Here we go. Found it. Yeah, spoke. That's the one I want. All right, let's try that again. Once more with feeling. Let's at least get 20 or 30 years here before I sign off. Oh gosh, longest I ever streamed. I am going to be streaming tomorrow, though. Well, actually, that's the thing. With a job opportunity coming up, it's going to mean I'm probably not going to be able to, well, you know what, we'll do it. We'll do a stream tomorrow anyway, and doing prep for the next session that I'm going to be running. And then we'll just see whether or not it turns out I'm able to run anything. Because the job prospects will probably make it so that I'm not able to run that Wednesday night game, which would be a bummer because the players are really interested in what's happening next, which they love to see it. But alas, I gotta make that dough. If we get the employment that gives us the better pay, might still be able to do it for a few sessions, at least finish things out. Or at least get that there. Yep. All right, let's try that again. And dang it, now they're not birds anymore. Oh well. There we go. Oh gosh, you're way over there. Gosh darn it. Oh well. Oh, wait. There's a wormhole in my system. Wait. Wait. Is that a wormhole between me and him? Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, yeah, we're going to see if we can... Ooh. That's a good one. Xenologos grants a lump sum of influence. Allows renowned leaders to appear. Oh, we got to start with that, Nate. We're going to go with that one, though. Awesome. Great way to start off. 2%. Love to see it. Let's see. So, yeah. I want to be able to run this game because it's really fun. I'll just have to wait and see. I'll do a prep stream tomorrow, and then if I remember and have the energy, I'm going to try doing something different on Thursday. I'd like to try and start doing 3 days of streaming. Your bow, heir apparent, as she should be. All right, let's see. What did I? Right, they moved the tech side. No, government. Here we go. We want policies. Yeah, we'll do away teams just so we can start getting those. Bureaucratic, can't do anything. Transport, we're going to make that military just to make it so that our ships are a bit better. We're going to do state media because we want that stability. Multi-purpose communications, civilian, trade value, faction unity. We don't have to care about factions. We're going to go for military communications because it's a dangerous world out there. We're not militarist ourselves, but we want to have some pretty good ways of defending ourselves. Regulated, planned economy. This will hit us in the influence. We'll leave it there for now. Displacement only. Slavery is prohibited. We are all equal. We do have pop controls. Refugees... citizen species. As we meet people, we'll see who's actually someone we want to have in our territory. Probably going to just go for people who are either of a species that is compatible with our habitability, or if we have a lot of like other places and we are not really looking into doing terraforming, we might allow another species in. We're going to do research debris. Sure, we'll allow robot workers, artificial intelligence. We're going to give citizen rights right off the bat because I do not want to have to deal with an AI uprising. Creation, militarized. Oh, that's why everything's like that. Okay, we're going to go for mixed economy. Initial border status. Yeah, sure, open. We're going to go for proactive because more faster we can find people, the more we can know where the borders are. I am not a believer in the Dark Forest analogy. Yeah. Resettlement. Orbital surrender acceptance. Yep. Bombardment. Set to discriminate. Wars. Expansion is... Okay, I think we're good. Alright. Got our policy set. Our research is set. Alright. Next up is... ship. We need minerals. Fiber over here. We'll start with that. Science ship. No orders. That's a size 14. It'll do. We want to be able to start colonizing as soon as possible. And we will go ahead and get ourselves an extra science ship to start off. Alright. Go ahead and speed up the fast just so that we can start moving through things faster. Oh, our heir apparent is not doing anything. Good to know. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead. Thank you. Someone doing that. Oh, neat. Wow, we got genome mapping already by Magma Ocean. Geology skill. Ooh, that would be nice to have. And you're cooperative. Go with that. Alright. Send you off in this direction. Okay. What else we got? Let's do energy next. Alright, for this one, we're going to start off with... Start off with aptitude. We can start making use of that. Let's pause it for now. Alright, let's make this decision because this is going to help set the stage for things later. Discovery lets us get through on the science, starts building up. Expansion is for the expansion. I feel like being able to survey faster and have our science ships survive better is useful for our first one. Prosperity, should I be second or third? Aptitude. We'll definitely get this eventually. For now, I think I'm going to go for discovery first. Faster we can... Ooh, council agenda. Infinite opportunities. Oh, we're almost there. Sure, we'll leave it there. I'll give Pop happiness. Oh, ruins. Neat. Oh, Zro. Oh, strange eggs. Yeah, that's going to be useful. No. And let's see, you are our head scientist. We'll go ahead and make your anomaly discovery chance increase.
Anomaly found.
Nope, we're back to this. Survey speed, yes please.
Tactical retreat.
Evading hostile fleet. Frick. Final crucible? Hold on. Centuries ago, a group of radical priests and their devoted followers on Torel broke away from the established religions to form their own church. These extremists called themselves the Final Crucible and have been responsible for many atrocities and acts of terror over the year. Although they may have kept a low profile in modern times, we recently learned that many of their agents have infiltrated our military. These renegades have secretly been diverting resources to the construction of a small fleet of starships at a hidden facility on Torel. When their treachery was revealed, the cultists blasted into the orbit on their ships and fled to Unu Anpata. They most certainly must be stopped. Let's go ahead and slow things down real quick. 180, 172. Ugh. Alright, well, it'll be a rough one, but we should be able to do it. In the meantime, where's everything else at? Jeez, we have crime already? Why? Well, at least we got planetary shielding. Governor, what do you have? Oh. That's why. Alright. Just have to leave that there in. For now, we just have to leave it be. Alright. Our sugar daddies came in. It's like, did you really think? Oh, and they brought the attack. Guys, that's a bit overkill. You didn't have to bring the attack moon. Alright, board cultist ship. Wait for this to actually... Alright. How do we board the cultist fleet? Military ships in orbit. So... You? No, wait, no. We need to build a army. Right, we only need to do the one at least. They blasted off immediately. A large, mostly sealed cavern system has been found on Gelin 3. A small drone of ours has penetrated the surface of this world to do a mineral and soil study and stumbled upon this cave system by accident. To our surprise, it is filled with life. Sprawling, self-sustaining ecosystem that has managed to survive here. This world must have supported a much wider variety of life at some point in its life cycle. Neat. Let's grab this one. It looks like some uncaring civilization has used Semesta 3b as a dumping ground for toxic waste. Billions of tons of radioactive, caustic, and toxic metals and chemicals have been dumped, spread across the surface of this world. Most of the dumping must have been done from orbit for it to have been so spread out. Cleaning this up seems impossible. Alright. We'll deal with that later. Let's go ahead and send you here. Go ahead and build a couple of more Corvettes. All right. Here we go. Actually, can I do that thing now? No, never mind. We didn't need the army. And we'll hold on to it just because. This is a tundra world. You know what? That's viable. When the science ship ISS Pillars tried to do a standard tectonic scan of the planet Semestia 3A as part of its survey routine, it got no results. Most specifically, it got one result. This planet is dead. The core of this world has completely cooled and solidified into a single ball of dense iron and magnesium. It is theorized that, even with the most advanced of technologies, it would be impossible to make this world livable by terraforming it. Oh, engineering.
Special project complete.
Boarding action. Though the survivors offered stiff resistance, our boarding party was able to secure several prisoners from the disabled cultist starship. From them, we have learned that this conspiracy goes far deeper than we initially suspected. The agents of the final crucible include several flag officers and high-ranking officials within our government. Mass arrests are being made on Torel, and all assets belonging to this cult have been seized. However, several of the starships they built in secret remain unaccounted for, and the upper echelons of the cult's leadership have vanished. We have picked up faint ion trails leading to several outlying systems. We must pursue these terrorists. All right.
Anomaly found.
We'll leave those be for now. We'll do one more science ship, I think.
Council agenda ready.
Oh, it's ready. Things. Let's go ahead and go for. Ooh, expand the council. That'll be a good idea. Let's gain. You're my surveying scientist, so you will get.
Construction complete.
You know what? Make it so you live longer. Ah, excellent.
Star system charted.
Build some mining stations there, why don't you? Ooh, this is ready. And wait and see what our options. Let's start moving forward. Ooh, a wondrous. Excuse me. Scientist Maharasakun on board the Western Horn has made a discovery. A very unusual feature was discovered on this world during one of the first scientific expeditions to the surface. Our scientists were awestruck by the significance it represents. Of all the theories, all the discoveries, all the worlds explored in the past, literally 12, no one has seen something quite like this before. A true wonder of the galaxy. Oh. Atmospheric filtering. Ooh, extra minerals. Alright, alright, alright. You will be an excellent little doodad for us. This is our head of research. He's currently anomaly dude. He is counselor, so that would work.
Star system charted.
Finish building the one. Okay, now we're just going to have him do there. I'm going to set this guy to auto build. Ah, Vlur. Extremely powerful subspace entity of some kind has been encountered in the CAF system. It does not appear hostile and may not even be fully aware of conventional spacecraft, but its mere presence in CAF is causing massive subspace disturbances in the entire system. These disturbances are localized around the entity itself and should disappear when it leaves. While it does not acknowledge hails, the entity is continuously emitting a complex pattern of tachyon pulses, which appear to be a form of language. Our translation software is corrected, saying over and over, "Blur seeks, blur finds." Oh, wonderful. Ooh, a dynamic core igniter. Oh, we can teleport. Ooh, okay.
Construction complete.
That'll be cool. Alright, let's get that third sign shoot. How's our thing doing? Okay, we got those. Got 2 jobs open. They're just enforcers. Alright. Let's have some foundries. Valuable world discovered. Ooh, precursor. Hell yeah. The science expedition team. Terraforming cannon. We'll get to that later. Found something remarkable. Ancient city ruins belonging to the interstellar precursor empire can be found on this world. Wait, who are they again? Plus anything. Oh, so it's just a precursor thing and a terraforming cannon. Oh, so it's just standard precursor. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Technology secured.
Ah, research. That finally finished. Let's see. Let's go for materials. Let's get the cool leaders to appear. This one. You are Minister of Defense. You're currently an admiral, yes? Yes. This. Now go for 1 vision. All right. Let's sell some food. We don't need it. Wait, oh, gosh darn it. Sell food. Good lord. Buy that. Yes. Now let's build a science ship.
Construction complete.
All right. Let's see.
Construction complete.
Derelict platforms. Several mining platforms are attached to the large asteroid 8FVXR1 in the Jishui system. Held together by chains and hooks, these platforms have several drill arms that can be remotely operated. A small bay has already been carved out of the asteroid, likely to be used as a storage area for newly mined minerals until they can be picked up. It looks like whoever started mining this asteroid left in a hurry, leaving everything surprisingly intact. Neat.
Technology secured.
All right, let's see.
Anomaly found.
Tomb World. We'll leave those alone for now. Ah, science ship. Let's go ahead and go for
Anomaly
other guy. I'm just going to set you to auto research special projects. Okay, we can speed up again. Probably stay on for another 15 minutes here before signing off. It's only been 4 years, geesh. Several ruins have been found on Jishui 3 in the system. Most of the ruins are buried, and the ones that aren't have eroded to such that they are barely recognizable. The ruins depict various pictures and writing. most of which is a record of their culture. There is a common theme in each of the different depictions. Remember us. It seems this culture knew they were fading away. All wanted was to be remembered. Looks like no one has for millions of years. We will remember you.
Star system charted. Technology secured.
Physics finished. Let's do... Oh, beer. Found an abandoned gateway. We don't care. Come back to you in a second. Fusion reactor. We'll do energy. Get more of our main economy running. So we found the GATS. Oh, this is the Gatso system. Our science ship exploring the Gatso system reports that 2 megastructures have been spotted within the system. The first one is an abandoned gateway floating near the edge of the system, indicating that this place might once have belonged to an important stellar empire. The second megastructure is a complete dynamic core igniter built around one of the inner planets. It seems the previous inhabitants attempted to terraform this world, but their progress was halted midway for unknown reasons. Interesting.
Star system charted.
Irradiated necropolits. Following a survey of one of the system's largest planets, Katzenland, our science teams reported they have found vast amounts of ruins buried below the planet's sands. It seems this world used to be inhabited by a thriving civilization, possibly the one that constructed the system's gateway, but its inhabitants apparently met a violent end several millennia ago, judging by the planet's current state. Our science team is eager to find out exactly what led to this civilization's downfall. Studying this world would undoubtedly yield incredible scientific data, and as such, a dig site has been established on the planet. Neat. Alright, next one. Expansion? Feel like I want to go for prosperity.
Council agenda available.
Alright.
Construction
Carry on.
complete. Construction complete. Tactical retreat.
Our science ship, currently surveying the primitive world of Pelusia, has made a fascinating discovery. It seems that, despite their primitive technologies, the planet's machine-age primitives are repeatedly sending a short-range radio message to space, intended for potential alien visitors. Our science team has managed to decrypt the message. Greetings. This is a radio... Pause. This is a radio message that was pre-recorded using our most advanced radio technologies. I am Polian, representative of the Peluche Democratic State, hailing from the planet of Pelusia. We live a peaceful existence on our beautiful continental world, and we kindly beg of you, traveler of the stars, to not disturb our way of life. We have added some information about our culture and our people in this message so that they may serve your sociologists. Cordially, Polin and the Peluche people. Neat. Alright. 443. Okay, that's not going to work for us. Let's get some Corvettes running. See if we can get our people up. Send you back to orbit. Ooh, what do we got? Governor. Well, the only one that you can make use of is this one, so we'll set you there. And our monarch. Increase minerals or increase research speed. Always useful. Tropical. Yep, this one's next. You. that's in the place where we'll just leave you there for now. Oh, we are needing some influence, so we'll have to wait for that to queue up first. Exceptional individuals. We have proven beyond any doubt that the galaxy is filled with life. Apart from the dormant species and nations, there are many others who traverse the stars. From time to time, exceptional individuals may over... Oh, right. That's where I get those other people that show up on occasion. Habitable worlds. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Torel. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. We have more important matters to focus on. I'll take the Unity bump. Oh, science. Let's see. Let's go for food. That one's starting to get low. Yeah, we can do this one. Ooh, that's an O class. Okay, well, go ahead and start moving you around, I guess. All right, that puts it up to 300, not nearly enough. We can build another couple of corvettes. Ooh, encounter Tau aliens. All right. News of alien ships. Where are you going next? Oh, okay. 80 days. Nah. Hold off.
Construction complete. Anomaly found.
Nope. Ooh, a tomb world. Interesting.
Star system charted.
That was fast. Alright, well, survey this O class, because we are definitely going to take that one. This one is from the Gigastructural mod. Marvelous find has been made. So this lived and megastructures built around them would undoubtedly have the potential to be extremely powerful, even more so. Wonderful. Oh, and an encounter. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Construction complete. Technology
Survey.
secured.
Copper resources by 5%. A strange phenomenon deep in the core of Toropia 1 has resulted in a lot of minerals and chemicals fusing and reacting together to form a very rare heavy elements. The constant tectonic activity has pushed most of those to the surface. With proper equipment. Oh, sweet. Alloys. Alright. Special swap output. Yes, please. 421. Let's get some more corvettes going. And proceed. 54, sure. Why not? No, it won't take too long. What do we research? Food. Oh, that finally. Let's do pop growth. Oh, great. We lose a science ship.
Situation log updated.
Okay. Oh, here we go. The river's a dense hydrogen gas. Oh, that's neat. Alright, pause off. Oh, cool. Need to build a science ship now. Frick. Frick. Okay. Science ship. Home to buried, decrepit buildings, Trimus 1A used to be inhabited by a forgotten civilization. It's unclear how far the civilization advanced, though it is believed that it has never gotten beyond the age of swords and spears. Large broken down stone buildings, half-buried palaces, and crumbling walls were found, but no sign of steel or any advanced building material. How the life of such a young civilization was snuffed out is unclear. Alright, let's grab a scientist. We need 2 science ships. Good lord, I'm gonna have to fire some people. Alright, what are we up to? 601 versus their 443. Oh, we found a pre-sapien species. Neat. And we found a strategic resource of rare crystals. Wonderful.
Construction complete. Star system charted.
Pillars in the solar system of Vana reports trace amounts of dung have been found in an underground cavern along the small streams of liquid water. It appears to be some form of life exists on this otherwise dead planet. What is living here has unspiritually thus far. Unspiritually? What the? No. Alright, this is our scientist. Anomaly research beat. Remnants of an industrial age civilization on Vana 4. Investigation indicates it had sustained an atmosphere for millions of years until massive superflares from the unstable surface of the star Vana led to runaway ionization and depletion of the planet's atmospheric gases. With no atmosphere, lifeless cities have been frozen in time for millennia, silent monuments to the mass extinction that happened there. Science officer Adibal cautions that any colonies in the system may be subject to the whims of the star's turbulence. Good to know. Okay.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
Now let's see if they want to talk. Ah, the troop. Wonderful. Thank you for the influence. Let's...
Anomaly found.
69. Oh, we have to do it now.
Star system charted.
Alright. Build 2 more corvettes, and I think that'll be enough to crush this terrorist org up here. What was previously thought to be an assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Ulrike 4 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out that Ulrike 4 could have supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science Officer Adabal has prepared a special research project to delve further.
Situation log updated.
Nope.
Following
Mining drones.
safety
That makes sense. Ooh, Manufactorum. Found something remarkable. Deep scans of the planet's surface revealed a network of tunnels and vaults buried beneath. Access points on the surface eventually lead to a massive industrial complex surrounding the planet's core. Time-worn technology of an advanced civilization once allowed the complex to drain the core's energy to feed its massive production line. While the engineering team couldn't decipher what the facility was originally intended to manufacture, they have determined that it can be adapted to our needs. Thanks to the mechanical genius of the compound's creators, a catastrophic destabilization of the planet's core seems unlikely. Our engineers do note that stranger things have happened, however. Neat. Okay, where was I? Alright, so we wanted to... Gosh, I was just thinking of something already. Right, we were trying to figure out what happened to our scientist. There we go. We have drone study, that'll take a while. Well, you know what, we might be able to once those... probably not. Let's go kill these people.
Construction complete.
Increase our survey speed.
Technology
That
secured.
faster. Oh, what do we got? Pop growth. Love it. Let's go for
Anomaly found.
habitability.
Tactical retreat.
Ah, down there. Okay. Sure, it gets extra unity. Oh, actually, you know what? Roamer. Do things faster. Alright, once we finally get our scientists back, then we'll continue on.
Special project complete.
After months of work, our scientists finally managed to alternate the shields in such a way that they release the grip on the maroon ship. Yep. Alright, now let's go ahead and put our head of research back where they belong.
Star system charted.
Ah, there we go.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Looks like this is the dead end back here, so we're just going to set all three of these to auto.
Technology secured.
Make sure they also do anomalies too. Alright, cultist fleet destroyed. Okay, let's return home and then we'll head to this one and take care of that.
Construction complete.
Planetary guns. Massive weapons capable of firing into orbit and were built millions of years ago. Our weapons technicians recommend further study. Used strategically by its former occupants as a defensive holdout as well as a launching point for patrol sorties. What they were defending against is unknown. Oh, volatile motes. Neat. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Ooh. Blue laser. Okay. Oh. You are head of research, so we're going to make you researcher, veteran, because you are a counselor. This one, you are a scientist. We'll go ahead and make you more archaeologically and prudent. No. This lady, Kai Shah, a general. So she'd be a spy master. Yeah, sure, I'll take you. Don't have a slot open for you yet, so you'll have to bear with me. Actually, you know what? We're actually spoiled for people, so we're actually going to fire somebody here. Adabal, you've been doing good. Shauna. Okay, this one. You're actually not employed, so we'll just dismiss you out of hand. Oh, new peoples have been seen. Alright, there we go. Just gonna slow down real quick, because it turns out we need some people. And some amenities, so let's do a holo theater. Can we afford a holo theater? Oh, factions, yay. Let's... one of these. See, this is 4 jobs versus 2 jobs. Don't do a lot of amenities though. So what we're going to do, build a holo theater. Why not? All right. Okay, I think with that, I'm looking at the time before I get more engrossed into this, I'm going to call it here. So next Tuesday, we'll carry on and see where it goes from here. This will probably be a very long-standing game here for us on Tuesdays. And as a game I'm comfortable with and can actually divide my attention, so yay. So I think we're going to, so let's wrap up here. Thank you all for sticking around in stream. Or if you're watching the VOD, thank you for coming by and seeing what this was all about. You all have a good night. Stay safe out there. And remember, your story matters.